Welcome Capricorn to your Libra Full Moon deep dive video for the ascendant, the sun or the moon. Over the 1st or the 2nd of April, the full moon at 12 degrees 31 in Libra, depending on your location, goes face to face with the power of the sun in the fire sign of Aries. Each full moon has its unique identity, but they do create a lot of intensity. What will this one mean for you? I'm going to share your uniquely Capricorn perspective. At the end of the video, you'll have a clearer understanding of what you can expect in terms of energy, work, relationships, and finance. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundell. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. So on the screen now is your event chart. We know that the sign of Libra can be very gracious, very much to do with presentation, relating, harmony, and equilibrium. But it's also an air sign. So the moon is very much more about our feelings, our psychic realm. And therefore, in the 10th house, the moon suggests over the next 2 weeks, you may find a greater need to share how you feel. You may not have that need, but find that things do come into the open. On the other side of the heavens, along with the sun, is your ruler Saturn. And this is really critical because this year's Libra full moon also sees Neptune in the sign of Aries. Chiron was there last year, but these energies are really asking you to think very seriously about the roots of your existence. Now, for many of us, that starts with where we live. It can be the physical place. It can also be internally our emotional home. It can be our relationships with our family or extended family, but most of all, it's the need to feel comfortable, secure, and safe. But those are all characteristics we think about with the moon. So how does that play out? Well, it's possible that if you are rather preoccupied with that inner part of your world at the moment, the moon could suggest over the next fortnight something comes up that does demand your attention, and it may be to do with your worldly connection. It could be to do with needing to provide some leadership, maybe around children or older relatives. It may be that your work situation needs support or attention just at a time when you may be feeling a little more inward looking. But I don't want you to feel that inward looking is wrong, not at all, because Pluto, the planet which was transforming through your sign for many years, is linking so productively to Saturn in the sign of Aries just now. And those influences are very potent. So this shift that's going on, helping you to understand what's truly important for you, but also what you don't want, is so strong. Having the full moon suddenly pitching your emotions into public view may not necessarily be very comfortable. Now, the converse can be true. If you're in a professional situation where you're not feeling it, it doesn't quite work for you. Perhaps it doesn't work in a practical way. Maybe you have to travel too far. Maybe it doesn't work with childcare. Maybe it's working from home that's actually inhibiting your desire to have a more peaceful life. But there are some real attributes on this event, and we do need to take in the overall astrological influences, not least Jupiter. Jupiter is about opportunity. It is about hope, faith, but most of all, it's the greater benefit. And it's in a square with the moon, but also with the sun. So a T square. So that suggests your connections to someone or someone's enthusiasm for your situation can prove to be very valuable over the next couple of weeks. It may be because they're just going to be very supportive, cheering you on in whatever you're trying to juggle with around that work balance scenario. It could just be that a partner is very supportive. It may be that you meet someone and you meet someone through your work who does feel that you could make that match at a more emotional level. Conversely, it could be you want to meet someone, but somehow or another, your situation at the moment, whether it is with your personal circumstances or your work is preventing that happening. But Jupiter brings more possibilities than struggles. But we also have in your chart Venus, the planet of love, and in the fifth house, very much to do with glamour, in a square with Pluto in the second house of desire, but also money. And of course, Venus can be about money herself, and the fifth house can be about speculation. Speaking of which, the free riding, free spirited Uranus, also in that fifth house, is being supported by the go getting Mars in the part of your chart to do with your ideas. Also, Jupiter is supported fabulously well by Mercury in your third house of everyday communications. So, as much as there is this more inward, perhaps more sensitive vibe at the heart of your being at the moment, there's quite a lot of energy here which can bring sparkle, possibility. And if something manifests itself in an upbeat way, the moon in that most visible location could see you feeling pretty jolly in public. I'm going to summarize those four areas for you, Capricorn: of work, of energy, of finance and relationships. But just before I do, on the screen is your April deep dive monthly forecast. Please check it out if you've yet to do so. You can also sign up for your free daily horoscope to be fired to your device. Please check out the link beneath this video. Get your celestial pit stop early in the day. And if you'd like to work with me one-to-one, please check out my testimonials below. You can also order your horoscope reports. They're still at 50% off. We're recognizing that people are feeling the pinch. We're trying to help in terms of the cost there. Please see below for more. So to summarize, things have to feel right at the moment, but you might feel a little bit inhibited. But however you feel, Capricorn, it's going to be difficult to disguise it from others. And if you are a more cautious or perhaps more reserved person, that could feel a bit uncomfortable. But something's changing at the root of your being. It may be your emotional persona. It could be your understanding of family dynamics. It could be where you want to live or how you live there. And somehow or another, someone is going to be very positively helpful over this next 2 weeks. If you are wanting to be more go-getting around your romantic situation, that fifth house energy is very nice, and it could get very hot and sensual with Pluto in the square with Venus. But when it comes to your ideas and connecting to people, that's still very, very strong. It's just running it through that prism. Does it feel right? And sometimes perhaps you're a sign that can be a little bit chary about being in touch with your emotion. You may see it as a weakness, but don't, because embracing how you feel is going to help you to make progress over these next 2 weeks. All the best, take care, and goodbye.